Story.
This is the story of Josh's face.
So Josh, he got swallowed up by this big old whale. When he was down there, he met this man named Jonah. And then Jonah ended up going and escaping the whale. And he left Josh there because he didn't see Josh. And then this big old brown bear came out of the belly of the whale and it bashed Josh in the face. And then Josh got spat back up by the whale on this soccer field. It launched him thousands of miles, which just made the cut worse. But now he's fine.
Alright, so about Josh's cut, this is what really happened. Now, while we were supposed to be doing something constructive, Jeremy, Steve, and I, we abandoned Josh and ran to the nearest airport in Belfast. So we took a plane, found a shrink ray along the way, shrunk the plane, and then drove it back here. But not really knowing how to fly a plane, we drove it straight into Josh's glasses, which then pressed them into his nose flesh and created the cut. So that's what happened.
So, you see, there was a group of robbers who came, and they had guns and they were going to rob everyone. So I stood in front of their bullets when they shot, and it ricocheted off of my glasses and shattered them and left this giant hole in my face, and it was blood and everywhere. And then these angels came down and they scared off all the robbers. And then as the robbers were running away, one of the angels came over and picked up my glasses and handed them back to me, and they were brand new. And sadly, he didn't heal my face, but it's a good story.
Alright, so today at Nakashima, Josh hurt his nose, and I'm just going to tell you the story how that happened. Alright, so he was just playing ball with the kids, and then out of nowhere, just this giant dragon came from behind the mountain, and he just wanted to gobble up all those kids. But Josh, he is being the brave soul that he is, he stepped in front of those kids, and he was like face to face with the dragon, and he just ripped a big one. And while the dragon was gasping for air, he was trying to go back to his cave, but his tail, it was so long that when he was turning, just the tip of one little scale just nicked the top of Josh's nose, and that's how he got it.
It is a tragic and shocking incident that we all witnessed today. Josh was a truly valiant Christian. He said something about not praying to priests, and then everyone started shrieking, "Stone him! Stone J-Lo!" And so there came this really big rock, and it kind of nailed him in the nose. And he was bleeding. Yeah. But he did not get angry, and he just walked away calmly as they threw stones at his face.
Alright, you ready for the real story? So over here is the crime scene, this field. There's a lot of children here now, but there weren't any children during the incident. And you should really take a look at his face because it's really bad, pretty good gash there. But what happened was, we were all standing around, minding our own business, having a little juggling party with the soccer ball, kicking it around, getting fancy, calling the game Just React, because we were just kicking at Steven. He had to just react real quick and try and kick it up with his feet. He started getting fancy with it, flipping it off his chest, catching it on his foot, and then bouncing it a little bit. So we were all giggling, having a good time. And then I kicked it, and then it bounced off of Steven, and then it hit off Josh, and it went flying up in the air. And the ball came up, and Josh looked under it, got under it, ready to head it, watched it in, and he watched it in all the way to his face. And then the ball smashed him in the face. The glasses came down about an inch into his nose there. And then the glasses came off into his hand, and he just stood there. He's like, "Oh." And he grabbed his nose. He's like, "It's okay, everybody." And he goes like this, and then it starts bleeding all down his face, started going down his nose. And then we had to clean it up.
That's a lie.